Would you wait 20 years to get your first dividend payment from one of the world's largest tech companies? I'm Kalila Reynolds, founder of Money Media. We make business and finance easy to understand. Alphabet, Google and YouTube's parent company, just announced its first ever dividend payment. The board approved a 20-cent dividend to be paid out on June 17 to all investors who are shareholders by June 10. Now, Alphabet listed on the NASDAQ back in 2004, and believe it or not, that was 20 years ago. So it's been a long time coming for some investors who I'm sure are doing that Birdman hand rub. On top of that, the board announced that they will be paying quarterly dividends going forward. Alphabet was basking in good news last week as it shattered earnings expectations. The company brought in $80.5 billion in revenue. That's $2 billion more than analysts expected. The revenue was also 15% higher than last year when it made $70 billion. It's the company's fastest growth since early 2022. And a lot of this is due to a jump in ad revenue from Google and YouTube. Google reported total ad sales of almost $62 billion. That's a big jump from $54 billion a year ago. According to this CNBC article, Google's core advertising business is re-accelerating after a difficult 2022 and 2023 when rising interest rates and inflation forced brands to pull back on spending. Meanwhile, YouTube advertising contributed a solid $8 billion to Alphabet's overall revenue, and cloud storage brought in another $9.5 billion. Now, with all this positive news, it's no surprise that Alphabet's stock price rallied last week. The stock jumped 14% on Thursday after the results and the news of the dividend payment. This pushed its market cap over the $2 trillion mark. Alphabet closed trading last week at $173.69. That's up 11% for the week. The company also announced a $70 billion share buyback, and fewer shares available for trading could drive up the share price and increase Alphabet's market value. And that's the bottom line. FYI, this information is for educational purposes only and is not intended as financial advice. Please consult a licensed financial advisor before making any investment decisions. So how do you feel about Alphabet finally paying dividends after 20 years? Would you have waited that long? Let me know in the comments. If you want to learn how to invest in companies like Alphabet, click the link up here or in the description for my Investing for Beginners course. Let's get this money.
Let's get this money.